Hi guys, today I'm going to show you this MUBVIEW solar powered battery operated PTZ camera. So it has really a lot of features. We have also two-way audio, we have colorful night vision and a really super large built-in 9000 milliamps battery. So like that, even without direct sunlight, the charge would last even for a couple of months. You have a 2K 3 megapixel resolution. It's supporting 2.4G Wi-Fi and comes with a free app which even supports a 7-day free rolling cloud. And so everything comes nicely protected here in the box, comes with this user manual and a really super large solar panel, standard tripod mount, very long standard USB-C cable. That's something which I really like, so you can use the solar panel also for other devices or use other solar panels for this camera. Comes even with an extra USB-A to USB-C charging cable, which we usually don't need. And here some mounts for the camera and the solar panel. So the solar panel is not mounted on the camera. That's a huge advantage. So we can install the solar panel where we have a lot of sunlight to charge. And so we can even install this camera in full shade, no problem. I would say it makes a good impression. Like always with MUBVIEW, it's not my first MUBVIEW camera. Seems to be a really good brand. And so here we have these flexible antennas, even dual antenna that could definitely help for better Wi-Fi reception. You can see we have this 360 degrees rotatable camera to the side, but also up and down. I mean, not really up, but pretty much straight to the front and then pretty much straight down here. That's what you have. Of course, you can adjust the angles in the app. I just wanted to show you that here. And so we don't need a micro SD card, so we don't get one. But if you still want to install one and anyway to start or reset the camera, we have to open this lid here. Nice waterproof protection. And so we can add easily a micro SD card here with the pins to the front of the camera. Just push it fully inside. If you want to release, push it in again. Works really good. Then we have a power and a reset button. Reset usually not needed at the beginning, but if you have problems connecting, then highly recommended to use the reset. Otherwise, we just long press here to turn it on. Usually we should get a light. Yeah, we get this light here and we get soon confirmation that it's ready to be paired. I close the lid here again. By the way, the model is the ZS-GX5S. As far as I know, that's the latest 2025 model, successor of the GX8S. Yeah, we get really nice information here. Even a QR code here inside, which can scan to download the free Cloud Edge app. But I have it already installed because I think it's the best security camera app in 2025. And so on the top, I click on plus. We can either scan the code, which is on the camera, or just click on add device. And here in this case, it says already device found. I click on this one here. Now I have to select the Wi-Fi which I want to use for this camera and provide the router password. Make sure that it's a 2.4G Wi-Fi and that you're already connected also with your smartphone. After connection is done, you can connect from any kind of internet in the whole world. You can use Wi-Fi, mobile data, satellite data, doesn't matter. And so we click on next and OK. Now I've been talking too much and waiting too long, but the good thing is there are more connection possibilities. For example, generating a QR code. And so I hold the QR code now in front of the camera. Got already confirmation that it has been detecting it. Can click on next. Can also see the light has now changed. Got confirmation that it has been connected successful. There's even a firmware upgrade. Highly recommended to do that. And so it looks like we had a success. And so I have the camera here and you can see we have already this live view. And so I would say it's ready to be installed and put outside. What I'm using here is such a standard fence bracket. So I can install it here and then just hang it over the vinyl fence with no screws needed. But of course you can install it directly on a fence wall tree whatsoever. And so I'm adding the mount for the solar panel here on top using some self-drill screw. Okay, last screw for this part. And so the camera mount goes like that. We just push it here. Yeah, pretty cool mount. We can also release it again with this flap here. So we can mount it to the back or to the top. And so I install it down here with access to this flap. First screw. Second screw. We can adjust nicely the angle for the solar panel. I make it rather flat here. I'll tighten this a little bit, and so I can add the solar panel. Probably I'll have it like that. So I can secure it with this screw and also this one here. And now adding the camera, push it fully inside and add a power cable through the inner opening here. If you need, you can remove the whole thing, but it's actually not needed. So usually we push down the seal and then push through the USB-C plug. So it's nicely watertight. Now make sure you close all the ports. You can even put the extra cable here, secure it with the antennas. So I have it perfectly here like that. And so that's my experience after a couple of days using this camera outside. So here we have the camera in the overview. Most functions are in the detail. You can see how fast it has been connecting. Here we have some basic settings already on 2 pages, like making a screenshot, start recording when we see something. We can share it directly from here. We can deactivate motion detection, use the PTZ function. And so we can use the PTZ control function here to move around the camera from left to right. You can see you can turn it fully to the back and then back from the right side to the left side. You can see how fast this works. Pretty good, quite impressive, the speed and also the reliability, because with some security cameras that's not an easy thing. And so we can fully move it up here and turn it down fully to the ground. But I put it back here, center it nicely so I can observe the entrance here. We can also choose the different qualities depending on the network. We can choose QHD or only SD, but best is of course to use the automatic mode to have the highest available setting. And so of course we have the history on the microSD card, but of course the easiest thing is to use the cloud storage. It's included and it's much faster than from the microSD card. So you can see the different recordings, one here from the day and then a little bit getting towards the evening and even a little bit darker, and then here in pretty much full darkness, just a little bit of light here, 90% coming from this camera. And so here in this case I've activated the intelligent mode where it starts with the infrared black and white and then turns into full color with the white light. Pretty good. Also nice to see that it has caught me every single time. You can see that here there's never something else. And also nice to see that the outside unit of the air conditioning, which we see here, has not caused any false alert. Also no animals, no nothing. You can see every time it has detected me thanks to the AI detection and nothing else. This is exactly what we want. And also the quality is really good, especially during the day, of course, like with all battery operated surveillance cameras. The resolution is a little bit limited, of course, during the night, no matter if it's black and white or colorful, but I think it's on a very decent level. And so let's also go to the settings. You can see we have a decent signal strength thanks to the 2 external antennas. Here on the left side, very important to click on the cloud storage service. Here on top we have the basic cloud storage, 6 seconds of every event for free. Very important to activate that. Then AI intelligent analysis, which is not free, so you have to subscribe to that. But there's still some free AI included, which we have in the alarm management. So of course we have to activate notifications to get them, and I got all the notifications really timely, even on my smartwatch. Here we have the motion detection details. We have really a lot which we can adjust. I left it on the default settings, level 6, automatic sensitivity correction, and even human detection during the night, not only during the day. A lot of cameras are struggling during the night. Here it looks like it has done a really good job. I left it on the performance mode and it works really great. But we have also some different modes. If you are struggling with false alerts, you can also use the human alarm area to eliminate some areas where you don't want to get alerts, like moving branches, moving trees, moving cars. When the camera is pointing towards the road, then device sharing, image settings. So you have the choice between intelligent vision, which I've been showing you, which starts black and white, and as soon as it detects some real moving objects, for example person, then it will activate white light to have colorful video even during the night. But you can also choose color anyway, or black and white. If you're close to a neighbor, then highly recommended to choose only black and white. Sound settings, you can adjust the speaker volume, and I've also made a test recording, and I would say it's on a very decent level. You can definitely talk to people using the built-in microphone and speaker.
MUBVIEW voice test.
You can even activate video encryption, and here the recording management for the microSD card if you're using microSD card. Highly recommended to format microSD card before you start using it. And some general settings, especially the battery management, and you can see here that thanks to the large solar panel it has been quickly charging up to 100%. And in the advanced settings we can even link to Alexa or Google, and so I would say definitely a pretty solid, decent camera. Just a few things maybe to know. I've been trying it also on my combined 2.4G 5G Eero router, and it has been a little bit struggling with the reception quality, so I moved it to a dedicated 2.4G Wi-Fi, and since then it's working really good. Of course it's not recording 24/7, only recording the events, and it's using a PIR sensor and not using optical motion recognition. And we also don't have active tracking. We have PTZ. We point the camera to whatever position we want to observe and record. That's usually how solar powered battery operated PIR motion sensor cameras work these days. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order one for you if you like. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this camera, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.